Did it work? Thank goodness I had some issues getting onto this live stream. Man, I had the most issues getting on this live stream, so I'm glad it's not happening anymore. That's good. Woo! We're there for a second. All right. I'm just looking at stuff real quick. Sorry, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a break. Sorry, I was just looking at some stuff. Can't blame me, the curious kid. I'm actually 18 now, so that's probably part of not how it is, but anywho, let's get on to the story before anyone gets bored. No one's watching right now, but in case anyone is bored, there we go. So if you have not seen by the title, I did not the two churches recently. The one that was in May of this year. The first one was in 2020. No, last year. Last year in March. So I don't know which one to do first. I mean, let's go with the first one, which was in March of 2024. So I had to have surgery for mulch. I only found out about months prior. And it was scheduled, like most of my surgeries, we didn't know the actual date until, I don't know, like weeks prior. I mean, like only a week prior, but like we had no idea when exactly it was going to be. So that was tricky. But that's just how most surgeries work, at least in my humble opinion, what I believe. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Sorry. And so what I remember is waking up, I don't know if it was that early, honestly, around 8 or 9 or so. It wasn't particularly early, thankfully. So we went to the hospital. I came in out several times because they had to give me some sauce, give me like the beeper to tell us when we had to come back in. I was outside the waiting room because it was just crowded that day. I didn't mind. Like, it was much better. But honestly, it was a little bit crazy. And then we walked in finally. I got my hospital gown and everything went pretty smoothly. I had to take a pee test. Not a pee test, but like they had me pee in a cup, which is pretty normal. I mean, I do that every single time I have a surgery or a procedure of any kind. It is just procedure. Okay. Yeah. And then I remember I was rolled to the operating room. I only remember a bit of it before I actually fell asleep because they gave me anesthesia before and they said, "You're going to feel a little dizzy." They were not kidding. They were not kidding at all. I felt so woozy. I never think about my parents, but I'll be back with them really quickly, at least as far as I was concerned. As long as I was awake, I'll be back with them really quickly. Yeah, so as long as, and then I remember seeing the doctor wave to the surgeon. I'm obviously not saying names right now because, again, I am very private with our people's identities on this channel. But this doctor we had seen for a while now, he was pretty good doctor. He's been doing these kind of surgeries specifically for years. Like, these kinds in particular were her specialty, which did not worry. Like, trust me, I was not worried at all. Like, I trust this guy so much. The next thing, this is the only surgery that I actually had to stay in the hospital for hours on end. So I remember being rolled to the hospital room, my room. We watched some stuff for a while. I was we brought my Chromebook in the charger and everything, but I never used my Chromebook once, which is so crazy. I did use my phone though, quite a bit, because I do like bringing my phone with me to listen to music and stuff. I just laid down for a while. We watched Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken because I didn't really have Disney Plus or anything I recognize, so I just watched Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken, which, by the way, I watched later on with my siblings, and they loved it. It was a good choice. It was just the only thing I really thought I wanted to watch. And I think I saw Elf too. which I do love the Elf movie. For some reason, I didn't watch it. I don't know why. Because I love it. The one with the Christmas movie. You know what I mean. And then I remember not being able to eat until, oh gosh, wasn't able to eat for 24 hours because I had to fast forehand, I had to fast pretty much the entire day forward, and they only got to eat in the morning after. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm starving. I had some, actually I have a photo. Let me see if I can find it. I have all these photos. It's wild. Here you go. This is the only photo I really took in the hospital, but it was some milk, some cereal, and some chocolate chip pancakes. Funny enough, my siblings were at my grandparents' house pretty much the entire night, and I was in the hospital, and they had this pancakes too, because my nana usually makes those for breakfast, but that's what I had. It was really good. After not eating for 24 hours, it was good. Just no, when you eat for only eat for that long, it's pretty wild how much you like enjoy everything. Especially for me, because I didn't really have surgery like that before. I've had 2 procedures again, which I have explained on camera before, so check those out. But yeah, I do want my war playlist on my channel too. I really do want to do that. I just haven't yet. I do want to. I'll be doing that sometime soon. And I remember also, sorry, what was I saying? And then after we got out of the hospital, we were discharged around noon of the day after the surgery. I did not get much sleep. My parents didn't get much sleep, so it was a very sleepless night. We got some Chick-fil-A. I think I got some fries, nuggets, I think, a burger. I love their chicken sandwich. The chicken sandwich is my best and my favorite thing from Chick-fil-A ever. Honestly, it's really good. I have no idea what the chicken is too. And I also got a milkshake because I was hungry and I was not about to refuse that chance to just eat all I wanted. It was just so good. And then I actually got some cards and stuff from my kid. What am I saying? I don't know kids. My siblings, because they were kids. They're still kids. So I don't know why I call them my kids, because they're not my kids. But my siblings got me some cards and some flowers. They unfortunately wilted a while ago, so I don't really have them in my room anymore. But yeah, I do remember that being very sweet. My pa was with them. My nana, she wasn't with them. I think I don't know. Do I really want to say this? But I said I'm very private about people's identities and stuff, and I still am. But I know as she's getting older, as most grandparents get older, they tend to have not less mobility, but my grandma in particular has not. She's been having a hard time moving lately. Not to the point where she can't move at all. She's still athletic and stuff. With my pop up, they go on bike rides sometimes and stuff. But I have noticed she hasn't been able to hang out with us as much because of that. And that's not surprising. She is really old now. Not old, but she's getting there. She's getting there. So I guess you have people grandparents can't agree with me, I'm fairly thankful they're still alive and all that. That's really amazing. I know. And my great grandma's alive too. So my dad's grandma's still alive. Her name is Galu. I don't want to say much more than that. Again, I'm very private. But she's alive. I actually just got a card from her. She lives far away, so I don't see her very much. But I do want to see her more. If I ever travel, I'll definitely try to see her more. Because I do hope to travel this year. I do want to travel more. But yeah. By the way, guys, I found this little cute thing from oh, I hate the texture, but I hate textures of very harsh things. This is unfortunate, but look at this picture, guys. You cannot tell me that's not cute. And I just found it. I apparently never unpackaged it until now. I'm not shocked. I'm a little shocked by that, but that's fine. Yeah. And then my second surgery, I do remember this a lot more because it was a lot more recent. So I remember waking up at 5:30 or 5:15. I'm not entirely sure which time. And we had to wake up really early. And we waited at least an hour or two in the waiting room, which was a long time. We just waited. I even watched YouTube while we were there. I actually used my computer a lot more this time than last time, which was amazing. And then I do remember what was I saying? Okay. Um yeah, that was, and then I remember unlike the first time, I was knocked out the second I got the anesthesia. Not like not that like, but like I was like out. I was asleep the second I got that anesthesia. Next thing I remember, I'm in a hospital room or whatever. And then I forgot to say last time, I managed to walk out of the hospital all by myself because I actually managed to go to the bathroom several times that day without much help. I had the IBS still, obviously, until I got discharged. And then the second time, I had to be wheeled by a wheelchair. I not like I had to. I was fine, but I just really wanted to. And the nurse was very sweet, who carried me out, via the wheelchair. And yeah, I managed to walk the rest of the day fine. You know, the first time I was so excited to be bedridden and everything because it's a big surgery in a way. But I was actually really able to move really easily. Like I was able to dance, do everything I wanted hours after the surgery, which I was not expecting. Like I was totally expecting to be bedridden. And again, I haven't had much surgeries beforehand, so that was very different. And yeah, yeah. I just remember like, oh my goodness, both surgeries are so crazy. One time I wake up really early. One time I had to stay in the hospital, not eat anything for 24 hours, which was nuts. That's the longest time I've ever gone without a meal or drink or anything. So that was the first time in a long time. Yeah. But who loves a sweater? I know I do. I've had it for a while now. I really love it. Yeah. But anywho, I think we're in the live stream here. Didn't get any views, but that's absolutely fine. Hopefully, you guys see. I hope I see you guys next time. Bye, guys.